Gareth Wheeler with you. You're watching on ESPNU, ESPN Plus, and NBA TV Canada. Malcolm Miller with the early three for the Raptors 9:05 as they're up here early. And Marcus Thornton, Grand Rapids Drive, 9-2 in their last 11 games, and the Raptors 9:05 finally healthy, Warren.
Yeah. No, this is going to be an interesting game coming up here, Garrett. We got two very talented teams. Grand Rapids Drive matches up pretty well with them in terms of size and scoring. So
it is Marcus Thornton front rim for Drive team to start the year 13 and 18, came with the 2-2-8
rebounds, 3.4 assists. He's just an NBA veteran, been in the NBA for 8+ seasons. Great shooter, so this team matches up quite well with them. And as I said, it's going to be a barn burner. We're going to see who's going to establish the lead, and honestly, someone's going to get hit in the mouth early, and we'll see what team responds the best.
Wade Baldwin with the miss. Had his two-point made just a play before. Returning after missing the last 2 games. Dislocated pinky and index finger. An awkward combination, but good to see Wade Baldwin, the fourth, back out here tonight.
We spoke to Coach Malaleta before the game, and he talked about that. He said, he'll get up and down a little bit, and then hopefully he forgets all about that injured hand.
Good tempo, just a lack of finish here in the early stages. Here's Dwayne Notice.
It's playoff time, Garrett. There's a little bit of nerves here.
Yes.
But I bet you once we get about 5 minutes into this game, everybody will calm down. They'll start to run their stuff, and then we'll see what type of game we have.
Lucas, a rare miss for him, and I say rare miss, a real standout for this Raptors 9-5 team. Boucher on the high-low. Woodbury comes over. Boucher fights through.
I find in the playoffs, always the whistle gets a little bit tighter.
Lloyd embraces the contact. He can't get it to drop. Got an elbow from his teammate Boucher as well. Good defensive work right there by Miller.
Great
Lloyd,
decision.
no. Front, back, and every other piece of the rim.
That rim's a little bit heavy for the 905 right now.
Lucas outside to Whitehead. That's that combination.
You do that in bunches. If you let this team basically score over 100 points, they've pretty much gone undefeated, Gareth, since February 27th. So they've only lost 1 game in which they only scored 98. So 905 needs to do a really good job of slowing them down. And
his first game back, and a couple might have to ease his way back into the action.
Yeah, get his lungs back. But in a playoff game, he wants to play. So
big take to the hoop. Hamilton can't come down with that rebound. Here's Adams on the push. To Miller on the floor. Notice. Here is Dwayne Notice. Front rim.
905 got to do a bit better job spacing the floor. They look a little discombobulated right now. There's not a lot of space to operate in comparison to the Grand Rapids, who have a lot of different lanes available. They're creating more spacing. Transition has been their friend, so let's see if it continues to work that way.
And still a lid on the rim for the Raptors 905. 2 of 14 from the floor. That's just 14% out of the game. Lucas puts that ball down low. Wheels up Johnny. That's really good defensive work by Lloyd, disrupting that shot. Offensive rebound, second chance. Love to push off of these misses. Adams, crossover. He is a high flyer. Look out. Human highlight reel. Boucher, good double team by the Drive. Combination of Thornton and number 2, Takari Allen. Hamilton on the miss. Allen now comes down with the ball. Shot clock went back and was reset. Don't think the rest his index and his pinky on his non-shooting hand.
Non-shooting hand, that's okay.
As a shooter in your own right, does that bother you?
No. Once that ball goes off my hand, my left hand has nothing to do with it. I had very similar hand injuries, even had hand surgery. Never bothered me as a player.
Nice work by McIntosh filling that lane. Baldwin on the push. It's Thornton picking pockets. To Bethea Jr. steps through, can't get it to go. Miller with a chance to push. To Boucher, and it's Speedy Smith getting there. Turnover after turnover.
Another turnover by Bethea.
We're living in a bakery right now, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of apple turnovers.
All get one. 8 turnovers for the 905, 7 for the Grand Rapids Drive.
4 possessions in a row there with different turnovers. Make that 5.
A high 5. And listen, you can't be free for calls when it's this sloppy. Thornton with the flip.
Mind you, this is all happening while Whitehead and Lucas are on the bench. So 905 are making a little bit of a comeback here, but that's because their 2 best players are off the court right now. So they're getting well rested right now here. As I say that, Kayla Lucas gets up and by Whitehead. That's tough.
Adams, 8 on the shot clock.
Using that his athleticism to get by. Expected a little bit of this, Gareth, a little bit of the struggle. It is a big game, but now he starts to calm down, and I expect to see a lot more from him.
Withers read that like a children's novel. Here's Marcus Thornton quick to the hoop.
Boucher doing what he does.
Kabouche with the block. That's number 3 for Chris. The other way, wheels up. Malcolm Miller.
I'll call there. What playoff intensity. Referees are letting them play, so.
Another block. This time it's Lloyd. Thornton with.
He wasn't even fazed by the block. He kept on playing as if nothing happened.
Yes. Lloyd comes off the hand of Marcus Thornton.
As I was saying, Gareth, I mean, it's hard enough to make it there, but it's even harder to stay. So,
no kidding.
I mean, Marcus Thornton, hats off to him for being able to stay in the NBA as long as he did. Thornberry, that's tough. Those are the possessions that you need. And he's throwing his body around.
Notice out of South Carolina. Lloyd, there's all kinds of contact. That is an offensive foul, and that's going to be foul number 3 G League playoffs. The offensive struggles being real, Warren. The 905 shooting 32% from the floor, and the Grand Rapids Drive not much better at 33.
Right, and from 3 it's even worse. 19% for Grand Rapids and 26% for the 905. So both teams are. But this is playoff basketball. I mean, teams know what you're going to run. You know, they know who likes to do what. So now it's about making the plays down the stretch. And 905 have made a bit more, and they have a 3-point lead. So
Marcus Thornton makes that screens, gets in the right position.
And he's a solid defender.
Yes, he is. Another turnover for the 905. Miller's just got to pick this up.
Wow. That's
a mistake by Malcolm Miller. If it's going to go over and back, just get the turnover.
You know, you don't ever want that to happen.
I never understand when the ball goes in the backcourt. Just pick it up.
No,
take the turnover. Like, what are you leading that ball to?
Marcus Thornton just flat out hustled him on that possession there.
Another turnover. McIntosh. 11 on the shot clock. Marcus Thornton lost control. Turnover number 19 for the Drive. Lloyd and one.
Here we go. Ball screen between McIntosh.
Good double by Speedy. Finds Adams in the corner. Withers, he's not with the ring. That's a strong move.
Not only can he shoot, but he is athletic. Doing quite a few windmills in the beginning of the game.
Athletic, that up and under by Baldwin. Just pops out. Whitehead straight at Miller, knowing that he's on 5 fouls. Good defense.
It's another rebound for Jordan Lloyd. That gives him 16 points and 12 rebounds. So another double-double and 6 assists to go with that.
Baldwin on the ball. He's on 17. Scored 20 more points in all 7 games he's played with the 905. Looking for Miller, doesn't come off. Turnover at the wrong time. That's 18 turnovers for the 905. Lucas, just over 2 minutes to go. Thornton, yes!
That's what he does.
Lucas. It's a ball on the floor. Kicks it out to Thornton. Can he go back-to-back? He does. Chance to take the lead. Baldwin. Dean up on Lucas. Kicks it. Whitehead. Back out to Lucas. 5 on the shot clock. That was a travel. Got away with it. Thornton comes up, comes down. Shot clock.
Play for the last shot.
Baldwin. High screen for Boucher. Baldwin, all kinds of contact. What's the call? It's a turnover. On the floor, who hasn't made a shot here
and they got to be careful of the person inbounding the ball. The person inbounding the ball is the most important.
Layup to Marcus.
No, that's off.
For the win. No good. Lloyd to the hoop, off glass. No good. Boucher with the follow. Double with blocks for the 9 on 5. Since March 25th of 2017. A big make.